What if you could live forever? Not your body, but your voice, your personality, your memories, all of it, packaged into a digital version of you that your family could talk to long after you're gone. It sounds like something straight out of a movie, but it's happening right now. And it is forcing all of us to ask some really, really difficult questions. This warning from legal scholar Rebecca J. Roberts, man, it just cuts right to the heart of the problem, doesn't it? We're stepping into an age where our digital footprints, everything we've ever posted or said online, can be used to create a digital ghost of us, a ghost that we have absolutely no control over. Okay, so let's get on the same page here. A digital clone isn't just a recording, it's a fully interactive, AI-powered avatar. Think of it like this. An algorithm gets fed all of your data. Your voice from old home videos, your sense of humor from text messages, your face from every photo you've ever been tagged in. And from all that, it builds a synthetic you that can hold a conversation, react, and basically speak for you from beyond the grave. And if you're thinking this is some far-off, futuristic technology, think again. The ghosts are already walking among us.
Yeah, for real, this has already happened. A few years back, a company used AI to create a super lifelike moving hologram of Robert Kardashian. But here's the crazy part. It didn't just repeat things he'd actually said when he was alive. Nope. It was programmed with a brand new script saying things the real Robert Kardashian never said, including how proud he was of his son-in-law, Kanye.
Now, that whole celebrity example might feel a little, weird, but this technology is also being developed for something way more personal and maybe a lot more comforting. I mean, what if it could actually help us deal with the universal pain of grief? So there's this app called 2i that promises to do exactly that. You just upload a short video of a loved one, and its AI gets to work. It analyzes all the unique patterns, the way they talked, the little mannerisms, their conversational quirks, and it builds an interactive avatar. The whole point is to let you have new conversations with them in real time. The company calls it a living archive of humanity.
And if that is giving you major déjà vu, you are not alone. The app immediately drew comparisons to Be Right Back, that famous episode of Black Mirror where a grieving woman resurrects her dead partner as an AI chatbot. And things get complicated. It's such a powerful reference point because it nails the central tension here. Is this a beautiful way to find comfort, or is it a really dangerous illusion?
But here's the thing, as radical as this AI tech feels, it's not coming out of nowhere. It's actually the next logical step in a process that's been going on for decades. The way we handle grief has moved online. Think about it. For as long as we've had the internet, we've used it to mourn. Traditional mourning was often a private thing, it happened in a specific place, and it was all about finding closure. But online, grief has become public, it's global, and it's continuous. You can actually see the whole journey. It started with those static online guestbooks in the early 2000s. Then, in 2009, Facebook gave us memorialized profiles. By the 2010s, grief went visual on Instagram and became a collective thing on Twitter with hashtags. So you can see the clear line from just passive remembering to the active, ongoing interaction that we're seeing with these AI clones today. And this shift is just fundamental. Traditional mourning had a beginning and an end. Digital mourning is forever. It's not stuck in one physical place. But maybe the biggest change is the goal. Instead of trying to find closure, a lot of these new practices are about supporting what experts call continuing bonds, basically maintaining an active relationship with the memory of the person who's gone. But, and this is a huge but, this idea of creating a continuing bond with an AI clone, well, it opens up a complete minefield of ethical and psychological questions that we are just now starting to even think about. So we've got some big dilemmas. First, consent. Who gets to decide if you're resurrected as an AI? Then there's the psychological impact. Is this helping us heal, or is it creating digital hauntings that trap us in the past? And what happens when companies start trying to sell our grief back to us as a subscription service? Finally, there's this idea of digital permanence. Your AI clone could literally exist forever, long after everyone who actually knew you is gone. This technology is absolutely a double-edged sword. On one side, sure, it can preserve memories and offer real comfort. But on the other, it could create a really painful emotional dependency, getting in the way of the natural grieving process. The honest truth is, we have no idea what the long-term effects are. Okay, so you're probably thinking, this has to be illegal, right? Someone can't just create an AI of a dead person without permission. Well, here's the shocking part. They probably can. Our legal system is completely, totally unprepared for this. And this right here is the fundamental problem. For centuries, the law has worked on a very simple principle. Your personal rights, including your right to privacy, die when you do. They can't be passed on to your family or your estate. Legally speaking, you just cease to exist. Let's just break down why the old laws are no help here. First, like we just said, your privacy rights are gone the moment you are. Second, copyright law gets really tricky. A court could easily say that using your photos to train a new AI is transformative fair use, which basically creates a giant loophole. And finally, the right of publicity that protects your likeness from being used in an ad, well, that mostly protects celebrities, and it might not apply at all if your digital clone isn't actually being used to sell something.
So if our rights just vanish when we die, how can we possibly protect our own digital legacy? Well, the answer might actually come from a really unexpected part of the law, the part that deals with property.
Okay, here is the key shift in thinking. While your personal rights die with you, your property rights live on through your will. So by legally redefining your digital self, all your photos, emails, social media data, as a form of digital property, you suddenly get the power to control it after you're gone. And this is done through something called a digital will. It's basically an explicit set of instructions inside your main will that says exactly what happens to your digital assets. And this isn't just a theory. Laws like the Revised Uniform Fiduciary Access to Digital Assets Act, or RUFADA, already give us a framework for this in most places.
And the process is actually pretty simple. In your will, you name a trusted person to be your digital fiduciary, to manage all your online stuff. Then you make your wishes crystal clear. You can either grant express permission to use your data to create an AI clone, or you can explicitly forbid it. Just like that, the power shifts from tech companies and grieving relatives back to you.
So this technology is no longer a what if, it's a what now. The ability to create these digital ghosts is here, and it's getting easier every single day. The real question we all have to face is not if our digital ghost will exist, but who will get to decide what it says. Will it be you, or are you going to leave that up to someone else?